Here's how to get the Savage Xtreme Athletics Team Makeup look. I'm starting by applying a thin layer of primer across the eyelid to help lock in the eyeshadow. This is optional, but it really makes the eyeshadow pop. Next, I'm using a little loose setting powder under my eyes. Again, this is optional, but it will catch any eyeshadow fallout and makes cleanup really easy. Now we're on to the eyeshadow look. So start with the cream matte eyeshadow and use a fluffy brush to dust it across your entire lid for an even base. Next, use a dome-shaped brush and pick up the light purple shimmer shade, press it into the crease, and then sweep it back and forth all the way to the outer corner. Then switch to a fluffy brush to blend and soften the color. Next, use the dark purple shimmer shade and use the dome-shaped brush to press it into the outer corner in a V shape. Here's an extra tip. If you want a sharp line of your smoky eye, you can line up your finger from the outer corner of your eye to the outer edge of your eyebrow, and that will keep the lines clean as you press the eyeshadow into the outer corner. Switch to a fluffy brush and blend the color to soften it lightly. Now I'm adding the silver glitter eyeshadow. For best results, I strongly recommend using an eyeshadow primer because it gives a good base for the glitter eyeshadow to stick to. So I'm adding a dot of primer onto the back of my hand and swirling it around. Then I'm lightly patting the primer onto my inner and middle lid to give it a base for the glitter to stick to. Then I'm using my fingertip to pick up the glitter eyeshadow and pat it over the primer on the inner and middle lid to get the silver sparkle. Continue patting the glitter onto the lid until it is evenly covered. Repeat on the other eye. If you added powder under your eyes, you can sweep it away along with any eyeshadow fallout. Next, it's time for mascara. So I like to add 2 coats for extra volume. Then I'm adding blush. I like to pat the blush onto the apples of my cheeks first, and then blend the blush upwards towards my cheekbones. Now we're moving on to lips. To start with, use a makeup wipe to clean your lips so that there's no oils, balm, or makeup on them. Then grab your matte liquid lipstick, and I like to line my lips first and then fill them in using a thin coat. Let it dry completely for a few minutes. To keep this lip color transfer proof, it's really important to avoid all chapstick, lip balm, or lip gloss underneath the lip color or over top. You want to keep the lip color in the dry matte finish. And that's the finished team makeup look for Savage Xtreme Athletics. Have a great season, everyone!